Some messages arrive right when the soul is ready. This is one of them. What if everything you think you know about money is completely wrong? What if the real reason you haven't broken free financially is hidden within your most common thoughts? Today, we're not here to toss you empty advice or quick fixes. Today, we're going to strip your mind down to its core. We're going to expose the mental patterns that have kept you trapped in scarcity and show you how to replace them with the exact principles millionaires use to effortlessly attract wealth. This video isn't just about information, it's about rewiring your entire mindset. If you feel that spark inside you right now, hit subscribe and comment below. I am reprogramming my mind so the universe knows you've awakened. Chapter 1. You don't work for money, your mind works for you. The wealthy think, I create my life. The poor think, life just happens to me. This isn't some motivational catchphrase, it's a surgical truth. It divides everyone into two groups, those who decide and those who react. Which one are you? Are you the creator of your financial reality, or are you simply surviving it? That question alone can change everything. Most people believe money is the direct result of hard work, that if you wake up early, grind overtime, and outwork everyone else, wealth will follow. But here's the secret. Physical effort is only a small piece of the puzzle. The rest, it happens in your mind. Your income will only grow as much as you grow. Not your boss, not your company, not the market. If your beliefs about money are limited, your results will be limited. If you're afraid to handle large sums, you'll never attract them. And if you associate money with sacrifice, every dollar will cost you pain. Think about it. How many times has money slipped through your fingers? How many opportunities have you sabotaged? It's no accident, it's programming. Your mind has a financial thermostat, an invisible set point. If you push past it, you'll unconsciously do whatever it takes to return to your comfort zone. Your thought patterns dictate your results. The rich think in terms of possibilities, growth, and multiplication. The poor think in terms of limits, scarcity, and what could go wrong. One asks, how can I make this happen? The other says, that's not for me. And we're not just talking about bank accounts here, we're talking mindset. Some people may earn a lot, but still think like they're poor. They obsess over saving pennies, avoid risks, and protect themselves from the world. Their minds operate in defense mode, and when you live in defense, you don't move forward, you just survive. If you want different fruit, you have to change the roots. This is crucial. Money, success, opportunities, business, they're all fruits. But if you keep pruning branches expecting a new harvest, you'll be stuck. Real change starts in the roots, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. So no, your job doesn't determine your wealth. It's not your boss, your country, or your title, it's your mind. Your mind is the factory producing everything you experience. Now ask yourself, what kind of thoughts about money live in your mind? Were you taught that money is dirty, dangerous, that it divides families, or that it only comes through suffering, that if you don't struggle, it's not worth it? If that's your foundation, every time you get close to abundance, something inside you will push it away. Have you noticed how some people seem to attract money effortlessly? Opportunities come their way, people trust them, their ideas flourish. It's not luck, it's internal programming, a mental vibration, a healthy relationship with wealth. Money only goes where it feels welcome. If you see money as a problem, a burden, or something you don't deserve, it won't stick around. And if you do get it, you'll lose it fast because you're not aligned to keep it. This chapter is a mirror, not to blame, but to help you see what you've been repeating without realizing it. Look at your current financial reality not with judgment, but as a diagnosis. That reality is the exact reflection of what you thought, believed, and felt about money for years. Change your thoughts, and your finances will follow. You don't need a new job, you need a new mind. A mind that sees money as powerful, noble, and endlessly renewable. A mind at peace with abundance. A mind that doesn't feel guilty for wanting more. Because when your mind aligns with wealth, it doesn't matter where you start. Sooner or later, you become a magnet. And that's where it all begins. The real work isn't outside, it's inside you. Chapter 2. Rewrite your financial story. No one ever told you that you're the main character. Your thoughts don't just shape your reality, they shape your story. Here's something no one taught you in school or at home. You hold the pen. Everything you believe about money, what you can or can't achieve, what you deserve or don't deserve, these aren't facts. They're stories. And the worst part? You didn't even write them. Most people live out a financial story they inherited. Stories of scarcity, sacrifice, and guilt for having. Stories passed down by parents, teachers, society, repeated as absolute truths. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard to earn it. If you have a lot, you must have done something wrong. Sound familiar? Those phrases were etched into your subconscious as a child. Now, they're the script of your life. Without questioning them, you keep repeating them. Without realizing it, you keep reinforcing them. You don't see reality as it is, you see reality as you are. If you find yourself living in a world where money feels scarce, risky, or just plain hard to come by, chances are your mind is replaying that story on loop. Here's the empowering truth. You have the power to rewrite that script. But don't be fooled, this isn't about mindlessly repeating feel-good mantras in front of a mirror. That's just scratching the surface. Real transformation begins when you sit down and ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about money and where it comes from? Is it shaped by watching my parents fight over it? Or maybe from witnessing someone lose everything? Or from feeling like I'm just not the kind of person who achieves financial success? Take a moment. Listen closely to your inner dialogue, because that voice is the one steering your decisions. It's why you procrastinate, why you turn down opportunities, why you settle for low-paying jobs, limiting relationships, or businesses that don't push you forward. Your story is running your life. Until you take control of your mind, your past will keep calling the shots. Here's what nobody ever told you. It doesn't matter what you've been through or what mindset you inherited. If you decide to rewrite your mental story, you can change your financial future. Just like an author flipping to a fresh page or a screenwriter changing the plot, you can start anew. So how do you do it? Step 1. Identify your narrative. Write down everything you think about money, no filters, no judgment. Ask yourself, what do I believe money really is? What do I think about wealthy people? How do I feel when I have money? And when I don't? This isn't about criticizing yourself. It's about observing. Because you can't change what you don't understand. Step 2. Uncover where these beliefs come from. Every thought has a source. Maybe you heard your mom say rich people are bad. Maybe you saw your dad work 14-hour days and still struggle with debt. Or maybe in your neighborhood, those who made it ended up worse off. All those experiences built the story that's holding you back today. Step 3. Consciously rewrite it. This is where you reclaim your power. Imagine you're the screenwriter of your own life. What would your new financial story look like? How does this new version of you think, act, and believe about money? Now, repeat it, remember it, reinforce it. At first, your mind will resist. That's normal. You're stepping out of the old system. Your brain can't tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined, and that works in your favor. If you repeat your new story with passion, emotion, and consistency, your subconscious will start to accept it and then bring it to life. This isn't magic, it's neuroscience. It's the psychology behind real results. It's your turning point. The story you've told yourself so far isn't your destiny, it's just one chapter, and you hold the pen to write the next ones. So look yourself in the mirror, take a deep breath, and say out loud, I am rewriting my story, and this time I choose abundance. Do it now, because as long as you keep living from your old script, the millionaire version of you is slipping further away. Chapter 3. You are not your results. Your bank account does not define your worth. Your current financial situation is not who you are. It's just a snapshot of your mental habits. Have you ever felt ashamed when you looked at your bank balance? Has it hurt to say I can't when you wanted to say yes? Have you ever thought you weren't good enough because you don't make enough money? If you answered yes, you're far from alone, and it's time for a powerful truth. Your value as a human being has zero to do with your current financial results. We live in a society that measures success by the zeros in your bank account, the size of your house, the car you drive, or the clothes you wear. From childhood, we're programmed to believe that if we don't have those things, we're worth nothing. But that's a trap, a sophisticated lie that breeds fear, frustration, and paralysis. Because if you believe you're worth little, you settle for little. The mind is that literal. If your self-worth is low, your mind won't let you earn more. Why? Because it feels you don't deserve it. The amount of money you can attract is directly tied to what you believe you're worth. This isn't cheap motivation, it's a profound truth that has held back millions of brilliant, talented, hardworking people who never break through their ceiling. Why? Because they're stuck in an invisible thought. I am not enough. That thought doesn't just sabotage your finances, it sabotages your choices, your relationships, your actions. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you settle. It makes you say, who am I to aim for that? And right there, your abundance stops. The great author of this philosophy made it crystal clear. If you want to earn more, you have to believe it first. Because money doesn't flow where it's not welcome. Money goes where there's trust, vision, and growth, and that all starts inside you. So what's next? First, separate your worth from your results. What you have is not who you are. Your bank account is just a reflection of the decisions you've made, and those decisions came from your mental programming. But here's the good news. Your programming can be changed, and with it, your results. You don't need to be rich to feel valuable, but you do need to feel valuable to become rich. Second, reprogram your self-concept. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I can't, I'm not enough, that's not for me. Stop. Recognize that voice. Don't silence it, but don't believe it either. That voice is from your past. It's not you, it's your old belief system trying to hold you back. You can replace it with something stronger. Tell yourself, I am becoming my best self. I am valuable simply because I exist. Money is a tool, not a measure of my worth. Tut. Write it down. Post it where you'll see it every day if you have to. This is your moment, your story, your worth, your future. Take control and own it. Third, start acting like you already deserve everything you want. What? Because when you begin moving, deciding, speaking, and presenting yourself as someone worthy of earning well, someone who adds real value and knows their worth, you're not being arrogant, you're being certain. If you don't believe in yourself, who else will? Money follows leadership, and the first leadership you must master is the one inside you. Think about it this way. Would you let a child drive a Ferrari? Of course not. They're not ready. They don't know how to handle it. Money works the same way. The universe won't hand you more if you're still doubting yourself. First, you have to become the version of yourself that can handle and sustain that wealth. And that journey begins with feeling like you already deserve it. You don't have to wait until you're successful to feel successful. It works the other way around. First, you feel successful, and then success shows up. This isn't magic, it's mindset, focus, and identity. And the best part? You can choose it right now. So starting today, when you check your bank account, don't see a verdict, see a blank page, a fresh opportunity to write a new story with a new identity. An identity that says, I am not defined by my current results. I am the cause that will transform them. When that certainty settles in your mind, get ready because money will start responding to you in a whole new way. Chapter 4. The Millionaire Identity. No one ever earns more than they believe they deserve. You can't make more money than the person you believe yourself to be. That hits hard, right? Look at your income, your debts, your financial choices. They all boil down to one thing, the identity you've built. It's not about effort, luck, or timing. It's about who you believe you are. Are you someone who's always struggling with money, never having enough? Or are you someone who attracts wealth, manages it wisely, and multiplies it? Your answer shapes your future, because money isn't created by work alone, it's created by the mind. And we're not talking about mindless affirmations. We're talking about reshaping your mental framework until it fits the identity you want to live. Your outer world is simply a mirror of your inner world. If inside you feel scarcity, your outside world will show limitations. But if inside you embrace abundance, your outside world will open up with opportunities. It's that simple. It's that raw. It's that real. But here's the most important part. You can rewrite that identity. You're not stuck with the version you inherited. You're not the sum of your parents, your neighborhood, or your past. You are who you choose to believe you are today because your mind is flexible, it molds, adapts, and rewires. And that is your true power. Listen closely. Wanting more money isn't enough. You have to become the person who lives at that level. That means thinking, speaking, deciding, and acting like someone who's already there before the money even arrives. Because if you don't, even if the money comes, it won't stick around. How many times have you seen this happen? People win the lottery and lose it all within a few years. Entrepreneurs make millions and then sabotage their own success. People get golden opportunities and waste them out of fear. Why? Because their identity wasn't ready to hold that level of wealth. Your internal financial thermostat controls everything. If your thermostat is set to $1,000, no matter how hard you work, you'll always come back to $1,000. Just like an air conditioner regulates temperature, your mind regulates your reality. Now, the big question, how do you raise that thermostat? Here are 3 powerful steps to get you there. 1. Change your internal dialogue. What you say to yourself when no one's watching is more powerful than any mentor. What stories do you tell yourself? What phrases do you repeat? Cut out thoughts like, I'm bad with money, money is hard to earn, or that's not for me. Replace them with, I am learning to make money work for me. I am developing a wealth mindset. Every day, I'm becoming more capable of sustaining abundance. This isn't about lying to yourself, it's about training your mind. 2. Surround yourself with uplifting information and energy. Who do you listen to every day? What content are you feeding your mind? If all you hear is that the world is falling apart, prices keep rising while salaries stay flat, and wealth is only for a lucky few, how can you expect to thrive? Your environment shapes your mentality. Fill your life with books, podcasts, videos, conversations, and people who speak from a place of growth and abundance. Make this a daily habit. Let your brain breathe abundance every single day. 3. Live from your vision, not your current situation. This is a game changer. Are you making decisions based on your current fears or based on the future you want to create? If you act from scarcity, you'll only maintain scarcity. But if you dare to behave like the person you already are inside, your reality will start to shift. Don't wait for results to change your identity. Change your identity first, and the results will follow. Your greatest power isn't in your skills, your job title, or your experience. Your power lies in your identity, and that power is entirely in your hands. Remember this every morning. Today, I don't move based on what I see. I move based on who I am. When that becomes your mental foundation, nothing can stop you. Chapter 5. The Mental Price of Success. No one gets rich without paying this first. People crave wealth, but most aren't willing to pay the internal price that true wealth demands. That's why 95% of people remain stuck in mediocrity, not because they lack intelligence or ability, but because they refuse to face the mental cost required to truly become rich. Let's be clear, success comes with a price, but it's not physical, financial, or technical, it's psychological. And if you're not ready to pay that price, no matter how hard you work, the money won't come. Or if it does, it won't last. Do you know what that price is? It's discomfort, fear, uncertainty, criticism, loneliness, discipline, consistency, and relentless self-awareness. These are the essential elements on the path to wealth. No matter what strategy you follow, what book you read, or which mentor you trust, without paying this price, transformation won't happen. Wealth doesn't grow from comfort, it grows from elevation. And elevation demands leaving behind the small. Listen closely, because no one tells you the straight. Earning more money means becoming bigger than your excuses, and that hurts. It hurts to leave your comfort zone. It hurts to say no to things you once said yes to. It hurts to let go of friendships that no longer align with your vision. It hurts to wake up early when your body begs for more sleep. It hurts to invest time and energy without any immediate guarantees. But if you're not willing to endure that pain, the only pain waiting for you is the pain of staying the same. Everyone pays a price. The difference is what you get in return. Most people pay with stress, frustration, and resignation. Those who choose growth pay with internal work, temporary discomfort, and laser focus. That doesn't make them special, it makes them determined. Look at this. Wealthy people choose temporary discomfort to live with permanent freedom. Poor people choose temporary comfort and end up trapped forever. That's the brutal truth no one wants to admit, because it means accepting that you are the one deciding your destiny every single day through what you do and what you don't do. If you want to manifest real abundance, you must accept this rule. Money reflects your level of mental growth. When you grow, your income grows. When you expand, your world expands. Not the other way around. Here's a game-changing principle. Don't ask for bigger things. Become someone bigger, and big things will come naturally. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what it can sustain. And that depends entirely on your mental framework. So I ask you, are you willing to pay the price? Because no one's going to force you, push you, or reward you just for trying. Wealth only responds to those who take full responsibility. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but that's the secret. Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's a sign you're growing. Stop running from it. Embrace it. Push through it. Make it part of your daily grind. Every time fear creeps in, take a step forward. Every time doubt clouds your mind, take a deep breath and act anyway. Every time you want to quit, remember why you started. And above all, remember this: true financial freedom isn't built the moment the money arrives. It's built when you stop emotionally depending on security. That is the highest price of all, letting go of the fear of the unknown and trusting that you're creating something far more powerful, a new version of yourself. This chapter doesn't hand you techniques, it delivers truth. And if that truth makes you uncomfortable, it means you're on the right path. Get ready, because in the next chapter, we'll expose one of the most invisible and destructive forces sabotaging your financial life. Chapter 6, The Virus of Self-Sabotage. How your mind makes you lose before you even start. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because their own mind stops them from even beginning. And though they never say it out loud, this silent battle happens every day. It's not that you don't have potential. It's not that you can't achieve your goals. It's not that you're unprepared. The real enemy lies inside of you, and it has a name: self-sabotage. Has this ever happened to you? Or maybe this sounds familiar. You've got a brilliant idea, you're fired up, convinced this is the perfect moment to jump in, and then, right before you take off, something stops you. A little voice whispers, "What if it fails? What if you look foolish? What if you lose money? Maybe you should wait a bit longer." That voice, it's not your logic talking. It's the virus of self-sabotage doing exactly what it's designed to do, keeping you stuck. Because your brain's primary job is to protect you from pain and anything unknown, new, or challenging. It's seen as a threat. So your mind does what it knows best: it holds you back. It floods you with doubts, throws excuses your way disguised as reason. Now's not the right time. When I'm more experienced, I'll try. First, I need to learn a little more. Those are lies, excuses wrapped up as justifications. And the cost of giving in? It's huge. Another year stuck where you are. Another dream fading away. Another goal dying before it even had a chance to be born. Listen closely. Your unconscious mind has your old self on repeat, and it will fight tooth and nail to keep you from becoming someone new. That's the real battle. It's not about money. It's not about business. It's about conquering your old self, the one who sabotages, who justifies, who procrastinates, who's afraid. If you don't recognize this pattern, you're lost. Because self-sabotage is invisible, but it destroys you from the inside out. How does it show up? Here are some of its favorite disguises: procrastination, perfectionism, constant comparison, impulsive decisions to soothe anxiety, overanalyzing without taking action, needing approval before moving forward, quitting projects just as they're about to succeed. Sound familiar? If you're serious about building wealth, you have to start seeing these as red flags. Here's the crucial part. It's not about battling your mind, it's about reprogramming it. Self-sabotage isn't something you erase, it's something you transform. And it's all awareness. Every time you catch a limiting thought, pause. Step back and observe it like it's not even yours. Ask yourself, is this thought pushing me toward my goals, or is it holding me back? Then act anyway, despite the fear, despite the doubt, despite the noise. Because every time you act in spite of that voice, you weaken it and strengthen your new identity. The identity that thinks like a wealthy person, acts like a wealthy person, makes decisions like a wealthy person. Even if the money hasn't shown up yet, you've already become someone who can attract it. That's when real manifestation happens. Not because you repeated affirmations or visualized a big check, but because you made decisions that shattered your old patterns. Your external world won't change until your internal programming allows it. And that programming changes only through repeated action, new mental habits, and a different conversation with yourself every single day. So starting now, say this: I am not my fear. I am not my excuses. I am not my pastime who I choose to be from this moment forward. That is your true power. How many more dreams will you let your mind sabotage? It's time to draw the line. It's time to make your mind work for you, not against you. And that journey starts right now. Chapter 7. The financial thermostat. Until you raise this internal setting, your bank account will stay stuck. Your balance will never surpass the limit your mind is programmed to accept. That may sound harsh, but it's the absolute truth. Most people want more money, but they're not mentally ready to keep it. Because wealth isn't just about making money. It's about being able to hold it, grow it, and truly deserve it on the inside. This is where the concept of the financial thermostat comes in. Imagine this. Inside your mind, there's an invisible regulator, a mental cap, an internal number where you feel comfortable. That number might be $500 a month, $2,000, $10,000, it doesn't matter. What matters is that if you earn more than your mind can handle, you'll unconsciously do something to lose it or sabotage it. And yes, that's why some people make a lot but always end up broke. It's not about income, it's about programming. It's like an air conditioner. When the temperature climbs too high, the system kicks in and cools it back down to the set point. Your mind does the same with money. If you bring in more than your mind thinks is normal, your thermostat activates. What happens then? You lose opportunities, make bad decisions, overspend, sabotage projects, invest poorly, rack up unnecessary debt, all to return to that comfortable level you've programmed. See the pattern? It's not the economy, your boss, or the world, it's your internal thermostat holding you back. And it shows up in thoughts like, I don't need that much money to live. Money isn't that important. I'm fine with just enough. I'd rather have free time than money. Those phrases sound humble, but really, they're just excuses to keep you in your comfort zone. It's not about greed, it's about worthiness. If your mind doesn't believe you deserve abundance, no matter how hard you work, something will happen to keep you from holding on to it. So how do you reset this thermostat? The first step is awareness. Identify your number, that invisible limit where you start to feel uncomfortable. Maybe when you get paid more, you get anxious. Or when you have extra cash, you spend it fast. Or when you save money, something always comes up that forces you to use it. That's no accident. That's your thermostat quietly doing its job. Now that you see it, you can start to change it. And that's where real financial freedom begins. Step 2. Break it down bit by bit. You don't have to leap from making $1,000 a month to $100,000 overnight. Start by taking small steps that boost your financial comfort zone. Save a little more each week. Invest, even if it's just a few dollars. Surround yourself with people who earn more than you do. Review your bank statements without stress. Visualize yourself earning 10 times what you make now and truly believe it's possible. Every small action that stretches your mindset trains your brain to accept more. Because here is the crucial truth. Money doesn't flow to those who need it most. It flows to those who can manage it best. If your subconscious isn't wired for abundance, you won't attract more, and if you do, you won't be able to keep it. Why is this so powerful? Because it's not about changing the world, it's about changing yourself. And that's something you can start doing right now. Say this to yourself every day. I open myself to receive more. I deserve more. I am ready to hold more. My new normal is abundance. These aren't just empty words, they're a way to rewrite your internal reality. As long as your mind operates with a low financial limit, your reality will mirror that with surgical precision. But when that internal thermostat rises, there's no going back. Suddenly, opportunities you never noticed before will appear. Decisions that once scared you will feel natural. Income that once seemed impossible will become your new baseline. And that, my friend, is what truly transforms your life. Chapter 8. Narrow Vision, Small Life. Change what you see, and you change what you receive. Wealth begins when you stop seeing with your eyes and start seeing with your mind. What you see defines what you believe is possible, and what you believe is possible determines what you're willing to build. Here's a tough truth. Many people aren't poor because they lack resources, they're poor because they lack vision. They live trapped in a limited reality, not by choice, but because they never gave themselves permission to see beyond it. And this isn't just about money, it's about vision, perspective, the ability to imagine a life that's bigger, freer, more powerful. Most people live with narrow vision. They see what's right in front of them, they see problems, scarcity, bills, and because that's all they see, that's what they reinforce. But here's the key. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you can mentally see as possible. If your mind only sees debts, lack, low wages, and great days, that's exactly what you'll keep manifesting. Not because you're cursed, but because you haven't trained yourself to see beyond the wall. Small vision creates small lives. Big vision expands your entire existence. Have you noticed how true millionaires think? They don't focus on cost, they focus on value. They don't ask, how much does this cost? They ask, how can I create more value to access this? That's the difference. They train their vision to spot opportunities where others only see obstacles, and that vision is developed, not born. How do you expand your vision? First, by stepping outside your mental bubble, the bubble that tells you your environment is the only reality, the bubble that whispers that wanting more is selfish, the bubble built by years of limiting beliefs, family, school, society. That bubble needs to be burst, and you have to do it with courage. Start by surrounding yourself with stimuli that stretch your mind. Listen to people who think big. Read success stories that challenge you. Look at houses, businesses, lifestyles that today seem impossible. Walk through neighborhoods you never imagined living in. Visualize yourself without limits, without restrictions, because as long as you keep looking only at what you already know, you'll keep living the same life. Your mind needs new landscapes to spark new thoughts. And here's the most powerful part. Your external reality will never grow beyond what your internal vision allows. Want to attract more money? Start by mentally seeing more abundance. Want financial freedom? Picture yourself every day living without chains, without schedules, without bosses. Want to build something big? Then you can't afford to think small for even one more second. Every limited thought, every I can't, every this is too hard is another brick in the wall separating you from the life you deserve. But every time you see beyond, every time you dare to imagine more, that wall cracks. And if you keep pushing with vision, focus and determination, that wall will come crashing down. Seeing more is the first step to having more. Thinking bigger is the first step to living bigger. So today, ask yourself honestly, how far am I allowing myself to see? Because if your mind stays stuck on the shore, your life will never cross to the other side. But if your vision dares to travel far, your reality will have no choice but to catch up. And that, my friend, is the real secret of those who succeed. They see before having, feel before touching, believe before seeing, and then they manifest it. Chapter 9. The Invisible Thief. How to detect and eliminate the inner voice that sabotages your wealth. Your mind can be your greatest wealth factory or the thief that steals your dreams every night. There's a voice you don't hear with your ears. It's subtle, persistent, and far more dangerous. That voice shows up just when you're about to take a big step. It whispers doubts, reminds you of past failures, makes you question your worth, your ability, your right to succeed. That voice is the invisible thief, and it's been robbing your wealth for years. It doesn't need weapons or permission. All it needs is for you to believe it. You're not good enough. This isn't meant for you. And if you fail again, maybe it's safer to just stay where you are. Sound familiar? That's the voice of self-sabotage speaking, and even if you don't notice it, it's living inside you. It's like a hidden program running deep in your subconscious, shaped by past experiences, by what others have said, by failures you misunderstood. Its main job, to keep you stuck in the familiar. Because even if the known is painful, it feels safer than stepping into the unknown. But here's the hard truth. That voice is lying to you. Every time you listen to it, you drift further away from your financial freedom and personal growth. It doesn't matter how much you study money, business, or abundance. If that voice keeps winning, you'll keep losing because the saboteur isn't out there in the world. It's not taxes, inflation, your boss, or your job holding you back. It's that inner voice that freezes your decisions, kills your passion, and chains you to the same old place. How does this saboteur show up? You procrastinate when you know you should act. You have brilliant ideas, but never follow through. You start projects with excitement, only to sabotage yourself halfway. When success is near, you do something to blow it. You know you're capable of more, but you settle for less. And worst of all, you justify it afterward. It wasn't the right time. I didn't have enough money. I wasn't ready. These are lies dressed up as logic justifications that sound reasonable but only serve to avoid the toughest truth. You're believing the invisible thief inside your mind. So, how do you shut it down? How do you expose it? First, stop fooling yourself. Recognize that voice isn't really you. It's an echo from your past, a shadow of old fears. It's not your true self, it's your conditioning. Second, confront it head on. Every time it whispers fear, challenge it. Don't stay silent. When it says, you can't reply, yes, I can. When it warns, better not risk it, say, I'd rather fail trying than live with regret. And when it claims, this isn't for you, affirm, if I can dream it, it's already within my reach. Third, take action even when you're scared. Self-sabotage only wins if you stop yourself. Every time you move forward despite fear, you weaken that voice. Every brave choice strikes a blow against the thief. Every small step says, this time, I'm in control. And fourth, surround yourself with winning energy people who lift you up, environments that inspire you, ideas that spark your fire. Because if you don't feed your mind with strength, the saboteur will feast on your doubts. Listen closely. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not cursed. You're simply facing the most common and most important battle, the fight between your conditioned self and your true potential. And when you choose to fight for your vision, when you stop listening to the thief and start tuning into your soul, everything changes not by magic, but inevitably because now you're in charge. You decide which thoughts stay and which go. You decide which voice you feed, and that choice changes everything. Asterisk, asterisk, Chapter 10. Your internal thermostat. Raise your wealth set point or you'll keep returning to scarcity. Asterisk, asterisk, your bank account can only grow as much as your mind allows it. Have you noticed how some people make more money, only to lose it all within months? Or maybe you experience this yourself when you get a financial boost, something happens, and you end up right back where you started. That's no accident. That's programming. That's your financial thermostat. Think of it like an air conditioner. You set it to 72 degrees, and no matter if it's 50 or 104 outside, the system works automatically to keep that temperature steady. That's how your mind works with money. You have an invisible internal setting that determines how much you allow yourself to earn, keep, and enjoy. And every time you go outside that range, whether earning a lot or very little, your mind triggers automatic responses to pull you back to your comfort zone. Sound familiar? You earn a good sum, and suddenly unexpected expenses show up. You start to thrive, but then you unknowingly sabotage your own progress. You invest with enthusiasm, but something inside pushes you to make poor choices. It's not bad luck. It's not the universe working against you. It's your internal thermostat doing exactly what it's programmed to do. Where does this thermostat come from? From childhood, what you saw, heard, and experienced around money. If you grew up in a home where money was always tight, where phrases like "money doesn't grow on trees," "the rich are selfish," or "we're fine with just enough" were common, your mind set a limit. It created an invisible ceiling, a comfort zone of financial normal that feels safe. And every time you push beyond that, your subconscious sounds the alarm. It does whatever it takes to bring you back down, not because it wants to hold you back, but because it's following its only command: stay familiar. This is the hidden enemy of wealth. It's not a lack of opportunity, it's your internal set point. So, how do you change it? First, identify your thermostat. Look back at your financial history. What's the average amount of money you usually have? What's the highest amount you've held for months? What figure feels comfortable even if it doesn't make you happy? That gives you a clear picture of your current set point. Second, expand it consciously. Your mind accepts what you repeat with feeling, so start visualizing bigger numbers not as some distant dream, but as your new normal. Write it down boldly. My new comfort zone is earning $10,000 a month. Read it every day. Make it part of your inner dialogue. This is how you reset your internal thermostat and unlock the wealth you deserve. Third, align your actions with your new level of success. You can't truly embody the mindset of a millionaire if your behavior reflects limitations. This isn't about reckless spending or living beyond your means. It's about making decisions from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Ask yourself, are you saving money like someone who trusts in their future prosperity, or like someone terrified of losing everything? Are you investing your time in mastering high-value skills, or just scraping by day to day? Do you surround yourself with people who lift your vision higher, or those who pull you down into mediocrity? Because your internal thermostat isn't just set by your thoughts, it's calibrated by your actions. Fourth, celebrate every step forward. Each time you earn more, hold on to more, or make financial choices that reflect your new mindset. Pause, acknowledge your wins, and imprint them deeply in your memory. This is the secret to reprogramming your financial thermostat, linking money with feelings of security, growth, and worthiness instead of fear, stress, or guilt. Remember, money doesn't exist outside of you. It only flows as far as your mind allows. When you raise your internal thermostat, your reality has no choice but to rise along with it. Coming up next, we'll tackle one of the most damaging beliefs about money. Money changes people. Is this really true, or just another excuse keeping you trapped away from abundance? Get ready to shatter one of the most dangerous myths you've been told. Chapter 11, The Myth of Evil Money. Change your mindset, or you'll keep rejecting abundance without even realizing it. Money doesn't change who you are, it only magnifies what's already inside you. How many times have you heard phrases like, "money corrupts," or "the rich are selfish and ruthless," or the most harmful one of all, "better to be poor and honest"? Think about it. Since childhood, you've been conditioned to distrust money. You were led to believe that having wealth makes you a bad person, and your mind accepted that as an absolute truth. What happens next? Every time you get close to abundance, you self-sabotage. What? Because deep down, you believe gaining wealth means betraying your values. Your mind would rather you live with less than risk becoming evil in its eyes. It's stuck in that old programming and can't let you be both prosperous and good. But here's the truth no one ever told you. Money itself is not evil. It doesn't change you. Money is neutral. What it does is amplify what's already inside you. If you're generous, you'll have more to give. If you're selfish, you'll have more to hoard. If you're conscious, you'll use it with purpose. If you're unconscious, you'll waste it. So, is the problem money itself, or the mindset you bring to it? Poverty doesn't equal goodness, and wealth doesn't equal evil. There are cold-hearted poor people and compassionate rich people. What truly matters is how you manage what you have. Here's the harsh reality. As long as you believe money is dangerous, your subconscious will push it away. No matter how much you say you want it, if your mind sees money as a threat, it will keep you at arm's length. It's like wanting to get close to fire, but fearing the burn. One part of you craves it, another part holds you back. This internal conflict is what keeps you stuck. So how do you break free? First, question the story you've been told. Who said money corrupts? Was it someone wealthy or someone who never had it? A wise mentor or someone frustrated by their finances? Most negative beliefs about money come from pain, not truth from people who didn't know how to handle money and blamed it for their problems. But that's just a story you can rewrite. Second, build a new emotional connection with money. Write this down and repeat it until it's etched into your mind. The more money I have, the greater positive impact I can make. Make this your mantra. Imagine all the ways you could improve your life and the lives of others with more resources. You could provide your family with peace of mind, support causes close to your heart, live without fear, and create more opportunities for those around you. Abundance is not the enemy of good, is often perfectionism's closest ally. Here's the third step. Surround yourself with stories that shatter the myth. Seek out examples of wealthy, ethical people, philanthropists, conscious entrepreneurs, those who use their wealth to uplift others. When your mind witnesses that prosperity and virtue can coexist, it stops holding you back. Deep down, your subconscious wants to protect you. It wants your identity to stay consistent. But if you shift your identity, your mind will give you permission to move forward. Fourth, clean up your internal dialogue. Stop telling yourself things like, money isn't everything, rich people are cold, or if I have a lot, something bad will surely happen. Each of these phrases is a subtle poison, a hidden break, a silent form of self-sabotage. Instead, change your mental script to affirmations like, money enhances the best in me, I am ready to use my abundance wisely, or being rich doesn't change me. It reveals who I truly am. Because at its core, money is just an amplifier. It doesn't transform you. It exposes you. And if you choose to be conscious, loving, and powerful, your money will reflect that too. Now, let's dive into Chapter 12, the deception of sacrifice. This is the belief that something has to hurt to be worth it. If you don't suffer, you don't deserve it. Sound familiar? Maybe you heard that over and over growing up at school, at home, on the street. Your parents, teachers, bosses, and worst of all, you yourself, repeated it for years. That idea burrowed deep into your mind until you started rejecting anything that came easily. Your subconscious screamed, if you didn't suffer for it, it's not worth it. If it didn't cost you blood, you don't deserve it. And that, my friend, is one of the biggest mental traps blocking money from flowing naturally into your life. Sacrifice does not equal value, and grinding harder doesn't guarantee wealth. We live in a culture that glorifies exhaustion. Look how hard they work, they kill themselves for their family. I sleep 3 hours a day, that's discipline. And what's the result? People drained, with no time, no health, and no money because they forgot the truth. It's not about suffering. It's about building. Listen carefully. You can make money with ease. You can grow without pain. You can manifest abundance without dragging yourself through misery. But first, you must break free from the addiction to sacrifice. Yes, addiction, because sacrifice creates an identity. It makes you feel valuable for all you endure. It convinces you that the more you suffer, the more respect you earn. And since you've lived this way for so long, it's hard to accept that you can succeed through joy. Think about it. How many times have you felt guilty making money easily? Have you ever turned down an opportunity because it seemed too good to be true? Have you noticed that when everything flows effortlessly, part of you feels uneasy? That's your sacrifice pattern talking. Your mind believes that value requires pain, so if something comes without pain, it sabotages it. It doesn't see as earned, it sees it as risky. This is where your transformation begins. You don't need to burn out to light up the world. You just need to ignite your inner fire. Let's change your mindset right now. Say out loud, without fear, I deserve to make money with ease. I deserve to receive without suffering. My value is not measured by how much I endure, but by how much I contribute. Make this your mantra. Let it become your new mental foundation and get ready to watch your life change. So how do you break this pattern in practice? Here are 3 keys. 1. Stop rewarding yourself solely for effort. Many people congratulate themselves for working 14-hour days even if they accomplish nothing because they believe effort is what counts. But that's false. The real world rewards results, not sacrifice. Start focusing on being effective, not exhausted. Value your time and energy, and celebrate when you do more with less. 2. Observe people who earn with ease. Find role models who work with passion, not pain. Notice those who live well, enjoy what they do, and make plenty of money without killing themselves. See how light, free, and creative they feel. That doesn't make them undeserving. It means they've grasped what you're learning now. Money is energy, and it flows strongest when you float too. 3. Make peace with enjoyment. Hard work is fine, but suffering is not a requirement. You can love what you do and become a millionaire because of it. Yes, it's possible and you can live it. Do things that ignite your soul, uplift you, and fill you with joy. When you work from that place, sacrifice becomes unnecessary, and money comes not because you suffer for it, but because you deserve it. This is your moment to free your mind from needless suffering, to stop glorifying pain and start celebrating intelligence, inspiration, and abundance. There's no trophy for living exhausted. True success is living fully. Chapter 13. Your environment is your thermometer. What you see, hear, and experience every day shapes how much money you believe you can have. Look around your home, your street, your neighborhood. Look at the people you interact with most. Your surroundings are a mirror reflecting your financial thermometer. And here's the powerful truth. Your environment shapes what you believe is possible for you. Your mind is like a sponge. It soaks up everything around you. What it sees, what it hears, even the air it breathes. So if you spend your days in an environment where money is tight, dreams get mocked, and settling for average is the norm, your mind adapts to survive there, not to soar, not to expand, not to manifest millions. It adapts to fit in, and that's the trap. Because your mind's job is to protect you, it does so by limiting you to the status quo of your surroundings. If everyone in your family struggles financially, your mind whispers, that's all that's possible. If your friends constantly complain about money, your mind assumes money is a problem. If no one prospers at your job, your mind believes there's no way out. Do you see what's happening? Your mind sets its thermostat to the average temperature of your environment, and that thermostat controls how much wealth you believe you can create. It doesn't matter if you dream of millions. If your environment feels like 10 degrees and you try to rise to 100, your mind will sabotage you to return to what's familiar. How does it do this? With thoughts like, who do you think you are to have that much? You're dreaming too big. Better stay where it's safe. And then you hold yourself back. You self-sabotage. You lose motivation not because you can't succeed, but because your mind is locked into the level of your environment. But here's the powerful truth. You can reprogram that thermostat. You can change your internal climate. You can surround yourself with an environment that pushes you toward greatness. Here are 3 keys to transform your mental environment. No need to move or change countries. First, change your mental diet. What are you feeding your mind every day? Negative news? Shows where everyone's struggling? Social media filled with complaints? That's poison for your millionaire mindset. Start consuming content that elevates your standards. Audiobooks, inspiring lectures, success stories, channels like this one. Fill your mind with possibilities, not limits. Make it a daily habit, like a healthy diet, and watch your thermostat begin to rise. Second, eliminate toxic noise. Some people aren't bad, but they're toxic to your growth because all they say is, that can't be done. You're dreaming too big. Just paying the bills is enough. Every time you hear that, your mind lowers its level. And if you hear it daily, your subconscious treats it like gospel. Set boundaries. Distance yourself respectfully. If you can't physically, do it mentally. Don't emotionally buy into their limited worldview. Third, build your new tribe even if it's virtual. Today, you can surround yourself with millionaires without leaving your room. Follow people who inspire you. Listen to voices that expand your thinking. Join communities that dream big. This makes a huge difference. When you expose yourself to people who earn millions, love what they do, and live abundantly, your mind says, this is possible for me too. Your thermostat rises, your energy shifts, your sense of worth skyrockets, and then the universe responds. Here's the key. Your current environment doesn't determine your destiny, but it does influence how fast you progress. If you want to speed up your journey, create an environment aligned with wealth. One that doesn't hold you back, shrink you, or tell you to slow down, but one that shouts, go all in. And no, you don't have to move cities. You just need to change your focus, your conversations, and what you allow into your mind. Do this, and watch your mind stop being your enemy and become your millionaire ally. Chapter 14. What if they stop loving me? How the fear of losing acceptance sabotages your abundance sometimes. It's not that you don't know how to make more money. It's not that you lack talent, ideas, or the willingness to work hard. Sometimes, the real block is invisible, emotional, deep. Sometimes the problem is this. You're afraid that if you do too well, they'll stop loving you. Afraid to shine brighter than others. Afraid to make your family uncomfortable. Afraid your friends will say, oh, now you think you're better than us. That fear isn't spoken out loud, but it screams inside you because, deep down, we all want to belong, to be accepted, to be loved. If in your environment, having money means rejection, criticism, or envy, your mind creates a silent belief. If I want to be loved, it's better not to stand out, better not to earn that much, better not to change. So without even realizing it, you sabotage yourself. You avoid opportunities, hide your talents, undercharge, and hold back your growth, all to protect something that isn't even real, the idea that they'll stop loving you if you succeed. Now ask yourself, where does that fear come from? Maybe from childhood. Maybe you heard things like, rich people are selfish. Those with money forget where they came from. Look at so, and so he got ambitious and ended up alone. Your mind recorded that, and wanting to shield you from rejection, it blocks your path to abundance. But here's the twist, that belief isn't yours. It's a program you inherited and you can rewrite it. You can embrace this revolutionary truth. Your growth doesn't push away those who truly love you. It only reveals those who never really supported you. If someone leaves because you're doing well, did they ever truly love you? If someone distances themselves when you grow, were they really your ally? True love isn't conditional on your success. You don't have to choose between being loved and being rich. You deserve both. You can be both successful and authentic, but first, you have to give yourself permission to grow. Stop shrinking back out of fear, and instead, embrace your greatness with unwavering strength. Here are 3 powerful keys to help you release that fear and reconnect with your true power to manifest wealth without an ounce of guilt. First, break the link between love and scarcity. Take a moment to write down all the phrases about money and love you heard growing up. Notice which ones suggest that having a lot means being rejected or unloved. Then, replace those limiting beliefs with this truth. True love is priceless. Your worth isn't tied to how much money you have or don't have. When your subconscious truly accepts this, you'll stop feeling like you have to choose between being loved and being prosperous. Second, surround yourself with people who celebrate your growth. When you share a win, do your friends genuinely cheer you on? Or do you sense discomfort, competition, or silence? That's a red flag. You need people who say, come on, you can do even more. Build that environment around you, seek it out, even if it starts virtually, because that energy gives you emotional permission to expand without guilt. Third, reaffirm your truth. Prospering doesn't mean you're betraying anyone. This is huge. Many hold themselves back, fearing that success means leaving loved ones behind. But listen closely, you don't help anyone by impoverishing yourself. You don't lift others by dimming your light. When you grow, you inspire. When you thrive, you contribute. When you prosper, you can rewrite your family's story. This isn't selfishness, it's leadership. True love never asks you to sacrifice your greatness. It asks for truth, authenticity, and connection. Today, I challenge you to release that guilt. Look in the mirror and say, I can be loved and be a millionaire. I can grow without fear. And those who truly love me will love me even more for daring to rise. No more emotional self-sabotage. No more fear of standing out. Your greatness is a blessing, not a burden. And if someone pulls away as you rise, it's simply because they weren't ready to fly with you, and that's okay. You keep rising. Chapter 15. Being rich means being bad. It's time to free yourself from the fear of judgment around wanting abundance. Have you ever felt like wanting money is somehow dirty? That craving a better life makes you selfish? This toxic idea floats around like a silent virus. Money corrupts. The rich are cold. True spirituality means living with less. Because of this, millions reject abundance before they even have a chance to embrace it, not because they lack ability, but because they fear being judged as bad. It's time to shatter that lie once and for all. There's nothing wrong with desiring wealth. What's wrong is denying yourself because you're scared of what others might think. Let's get clear, money has no morality. It's a tool, and like any tool, it takes the shape of whoever wields it. A knife in a chef's hands creates masterpieces. In a criminal's hands, it causes harm. Is the knife bad? No. The same goes for money. If money flows to a generous person, it expands their impact. If it comes to someone conscious, it becomes a blessing. If it comes to you with a pure heart and clear intentions, it can transform your life and the lives of many. So, why the fear? Why the inner conflict? Because you were programmed to think this way. From movies to family stories, you absorb the same script. The rich are villains, the humble are heroes, the poor are pure. Those who succeed forget where they came from. Your mind craves consistency with these beliefs. So when you dream of having more, a little voice whispers, what if I become one of them? What if I lose myself? Here's a powerful truth. Money doesn't change who you are, it amplifies it. If you're good, money gives you more resources to do good. If you're conscious, money helps you expand awareness. If you love, Money allows you to love more people, more deeply. This isn't greed, it's vision. It's commitment to your purpose. It's choosing to stop limiting yourself out of fear of being misunderstood. Still struggling to accept this? Ask yourself, who benefits when you believe being rich is bad? Not you, not your family, not society. The only winner is the system, the one that wants you stuck in debt, limited, and obedient. Because if you don't empower yourself, someone else controls you. This is the wisdom the great teacher behind this message wants you to embrace. It's not your lack of intelligence, talent, or effort holding you back. It's that mental virus whispering, if I prosper, I won't be a good person anymore. But today, right now, we eradicate that lie. Here are 3 steps to break free from the fear of being judged for your wealth. 1. Redefine what it means to be rich. Being rich isn't just about money, it's about having options, the power to choose, and living without fear. Wealth doesn't diminish your spirituality. It actually creates the space to nurture your spirit without the stress of survival. 2. Pay attention to who you listen to. If your environment judges the rich with resentment or suspicion, it's no wonder your mind absorbed that. But it's time to shift your role models. Start tuning into people who've built abundance through integrity, kindness, and service. They're out there, living proof that you can be wealthy and good. 3. Claim your money as a blessing. Every morning, say it aloud, the money in my hands is positive energy. I use it to grow, serve, and transform. Embed this belief deep into your subconscious. Make it your new identity. Because you're not a problem with money, you're a solution with resources. Now go out there and own your power. Your greatness is waiting. And if they judge you, let them. That's not your burden to carry. You didn't come into this world to blend in, you came to grow, to lead, to inspire. And if that means someone will criticize you, wear it with pride. As someone wise once said, I'd rather be judged for thriving than ignored for settling. Chapter 16. How much do you really think you deserve? The invisible limit that defines your bank account. Here's a question few people ever ask themselves, but it changes everything. How much money do you truly believe you deserve? Not how much you want, not how much you need, but how much you honestly believe you deserve. Because that belief, the invisible number inside you, is the force shaping your financial reality right now. Even if you don't realize it, your mind works like a thermostat. When you set your air conditioner to 72 degrees, no matter how hot it gets outside, the machine kicks in until it hits that exact number. Your mind does the same with money. If your internal thermostat is set to just enough to get by, then every time you start to prosper, you'll unconsciously self-sabotage to return to that familiar comfort zone. And this isn't just theory, it's real life. Think about it. How many times have you come into extra cash, only to wonder weeks later where it all went? Or how often have you leveled up, only to have something happen that pulls you back down? That's not bad luck, that's programming. Programming that was installed long before you even knew it. Since childhood, you've heard phrases like, that's too expensive, money doesn't grow on trees, the rich are dishonest, you don't need that much to live, or as long as I have my health, that's enough. Unintentionally, your mind built an invisible box, a barrier that defines how far you can go without feeling guilt, anxiety, or fear. Here's the hard truth. You don't live by your desires, you live by your beliefs. So you can read 1,000 books, take 10 courses, work around the clock, but if deep down you feel you don't deserve more, you won't hold on to it. Because your subconscious always wins. So, how do you figure out what your financial thermostat is? Look at your life, your monthly income, your bank account, your lifestyle. It's all a mirror not of what you're capable of, but of what your mind accepts as normal. And here's the toughest pill to swallow. You don't earn what you're worth. You earn what your mind allows. But here's the liberating truth. That thermostat can be reprogrammed. You can raise your sense of deserving, and when you do, everything changes. Your income rises, opportunities multiply, your energy expands. Why? Because you're no longer hitting your own mental ceiling. Here are 3 powerful keys to reprogram your sense of deserving. 1. Expose your mind to new references. What you see regularly becomes your new normal. Surround yourself, even virtually, with people who earn more, live better, and think bigger. Not to compare yourself, but to expand your idea of what's possible. When your mind says, that can be mine too, transformation begins. 2. Be grateful for what you have, but don't settle. Gratitude and ambition aren't opposites, they're partners. Say thank you for what you have, and know there's more waiting for you. That shifts you out of scarcity and connects you with expansion. 3. Declare every day what you deserve. Say it out loud. I deserve a full life. I deserve abundance. I deserve steady, growing income. I receive it with joy and multiply it with purpose. Don't say it like you're asking permission, say it like it's all because it is. Your mind can't tell the difference between truth and repetition. What it hears every day, it makes real. And if a part of you still doubts, if an inner voice whispers, who are you to have so much? Answer firmly, I am someone who has awakened, who refuses to live limited by inherited beliefs, and who has chosen to rewrite their financial destiny. That's your new identity. That's your new story. Because you're not here to survive, you're here to shine. And your shine needs resources. Chapter 17. Your internal dialogue creates your external reality. Speak like a millionaire before you become one. There's a conversation happening every single day. It's silent, invisible, but incredibly powerful. It's the conversation you have with yourself, your internal dialogue. And let me be clear, that voice inside your head is either building you up into a millionaire or tearing you down without you even realizing it. Every word you say to yourself silently or out loud is shaping your identity. And your identity drives your decisions. Your decisions create your reality. Everything begins in the mind. If you tell yourself, this is too hard, your brain won't even look for solutions. Start with your mindset. When you tell yourself, I wasn't born for this, your energy immediately shuts down. And if you keep repeating, money always runs out, I'm sure it will. Your mind hears that and it acts accordingly. Now, listen closely. Millionaires don't just think differently, they speak differently to themselves. They don't call themselves useless when things go wrong. They don't say, this is impossible. They avoid phrases like, I can't, I'm no good, this isn't for me. Instead, they train themselves to speak with power, focus, and vision. This isn't arrogance, it's identity. It's a deliberate programming that fuels their confidence. That confidence sparks action, and that action builds wealth. So ask yourself, how do you talk to yourself? What phrases do you repeat every single day? Because even if you don't realize it, that inner dialogue is shaping your life. If your self-talk is filled with fear, doubt, or guilt, you'll never sustain abundance. But here's the powerful twist, you can change that today. Your internal dialogue isn't set in stone. It's a habit, and like any habit, it can be retrained. Here are 3 practical ways to start talking to yourself like a millionaire starting right now. First, replace judgment with curiosity. When you fail or don't know what to do, don't say, I'm a disaster. Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? What would someone who already has the success I want do? This shifts your mind to seek solutions, not punishments. Second, speak in the present tense with certainty. Don't say, I want to be rich someday. Say, I am building wealth right now. This isn't a lie, it's intention. Your mind needs clear direction, and you're the only one who can give it. Third, create powerful mantras that uplift you daily. Here are some examples. I deserve all the good things life has to offer. Money flows to me easily, abundantly, and consistently. I have the mind of a millionaire. I think big and act with purpose. Repeat these every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to sleep. Don't do it as an empty ritual, do it with presence, intention, and faith. And if at first you don't believe it, that's okay. You're not repeating what you already believe, you're repeating what you want to start believing. The more you repeat it, the more it sinks in. Your brain begins to accept it, and what once felt uncomfortable becomes normal. What started as aspiration turns into reality. This is how you reprogram your identity from the inside out. Now, hear this. No one can manifest wealth by speaking like a poor person. No one creates abundance through complaint, guilt, or fear. The universe responds to vibrations, and your words carry frequency, they hold power. If you speak from scarcity, you attract scarcity. But if you speak from a place of deserving, you open doors to expansion. That's why today is your moment to choose. Will you keep talking to yourself like the version that doubts, holds back, and limits itself? Or will you start speaking like your millionaire self because that self already lives inside you, waiting for your permission to come out? So raise your inner voice. Make it firm, clear, and powerful. Say to yourself, from today on, I speak to myself with faith, intention, love, and a vision of wealth. That will be your new language, and with it, you'll begin to shape a new reality. Now, let's talk about your mental environment, the atmosphere you create that either helps you thrive or keeps you stuck. Imagine planting a perfect seed in dry soil, without sunlight or water. No matter how powerful that seed is, it won't grow. Your mind is the seed, but your mental environment is the soil. If that soil isn't fertile, no matter how much you read, study, or dream, your abundance won't bloom. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Positive thoughts alone aren't enough. You need to build a powerful mental environment that supports, nourishes, and propels you forward. This environment is everything you allow into your world: what you listen to, what you watch, what you consume, what you tolerate, and most importantly, the people around you. And here's the kicker: many times, your closest environment is sabotaging your wealth and you don't even realize it. Think about it. Who do you listen to the most? Who influences your mind? Are you surrounded by people who think big or by those who constantly complain? Are you in spaces where growth, investments, and possibilities are discussed, or where criticism, fear, and resignation dominate? Because the language around you seeps in without permission and becomes part of your internal programming. Tell me who you talk to every day, and I'll tell you how fast you're moving toward or away from abundance. The biggest mistake most people make is thinking they can change their life while keeping the same environment. That never works. You can't build a mental empire in the middle of scarcity. You can't think like a millionaire if all you hear is drama, complaints, and limitations. That's the hard truth, but it's also your call to action. Change your words, change your environment, and watch your life transform. If you want to transform your mind, the first step is to transform your environment. How do you do that? Here are concrete, practical, and urgent actions you can take right now. Number 1. Eliminate mental clutter. Begin filtering everything you see and hear: news, social media, toxic conversations. Cut them out. Anything that doesn't add value subtracts from your growth, and you simply don't have time to waste. Clear out the noise and create space for what truly matters. Cut out borrowed fear. Stop letting other people's drama drain your energy. Step 2. Build an ecosystem of growth. Surround yourself with content that lifts your frequency, whether it's audiobooks, channels like this one, mindset podcasts, wealth-building books, affirmations, or digital mentors. Let your mind breathe inspiration every single day. Make that your new natural environment. Step 3. Surround yourself with big thinkers. Seek out communities, groups, and individuals already walking the path of abundance. They don't have to be millionaires. What matters is that they're growing, visionary, and focused on ideas, not excuses. One conversation with someone expanding their mindset can bring you more clarity than a whole year of wrestling with doubts alone. Step 4. Guard your energy like it's your most precious treasure. Don't hesitate to say no. Don't carry guilt for stepping away from what drains you. This is your time to nurture your mental garden, and you can't let anyone trample it. Your mental environment shapes your growth because we're not islands, we're sponges. If you're breathing in mentally polluted air, you can't expect to feel strong, clear, or abundant. You have to choose. Will you keep inhaling the same limiting air you've always known? Or will you create an atmosphere so powerful that your mind has no choice but to thrive? Remember this: a fish can't soar and an eagle can't swim. Each needs the right environment to shine. So what's yours? Find it, build it if it doesn't exist, and if necessary, mentally relocate from where you are. This chapter isn't just about changing your surroundings, it's about changing what you let into your mind, because that ultimately shapes what comes out in your life. When your environment aligns with your vision, everything flows easier. Your mind expands, your energy shifts, and abundance responds. Chapter 19. Energy, focus, and money. The invisible formula. The wealthy master. Ever notice how some people seem to have endless energy, how everything they touch turns to gold, while you struggle just to find the drive to move forward? The secret isn't effort or luck, it's something bigger. The key lies in the energy and focus you put into what you do. If you're chasing money, success, or wealth, chances are you're focusing in the wrong places. Today, we're flipping the script. Here's the formula they never told you. Energy plus focus equals wealth. Here's where it gets fascinating. Energy isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. Your ability to manifest money, opportunities, or thriving relationships depends heavily on the quality of energy you generate inside yourself and in your surroundings. Wealthy people aren't just those who make a lot of money, they're the ones who manage their energy to create opportunities, attract abundance, and make clear, focused decisions. Ask yourself, how aware are you of the energy you're cultivating? Let's be real, your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all connected. Every thought sends out an energetic vibration that signals the universe to respond. When you think big, you charge yourself with expansive energy. When you shrink your vision or fill your mind with doubt, your energy dwindles. Your mind becomes the generator of what you attract, and everything you attract depends on how you manage that energy. So what happens when you don't control your energy? It scatters in too many directions, and nothing moves forward with the speed or clarity you want. Picture a laser beam. It can slice through metal and penetrate any surface because its energy is focused on a single point. Money works the same way. It's not about working harder, logging more hours, or having more ideas. It's about focusing your energy exactly where it counts. Have you noticed that people constantly running from one thing to another, always busy but never really moving forward, rarely hit extraordinary results? Why? Because their energy is divided. They're moving without direction or clarity, and that's what keeps them from attracting what they truly want. Focus is the game changer. Focus isn't just staring at your goal. It's locking in on it with certainty, clarity, and discipline. When your attention is fully fixed on a goal, something magical happens. Your energy amplifies, your vibration rises, and opportunities show up almost like magic. Let's put this into action. Think of one goal you want to achieve. Now, for the next 5 minutes, eliminate every distraction, turn off your phone, close social media, and focus solely on that goal. Imagine you've already achieved it. Feel what it's like to have that money, that opportunity, that freedom. Feel the excitement of manifestation bubbling inside you. When you do this, you create a magnetic field that pulls what you want right to you. Because the intensity generates a high energy frequency, and that frequency is exactly what attracts abundance. But here's the catch: the secret lies in sustainability. A sporadic, on and off approach won't cut it. Wealthy people don't only focus when it's convenient or when they happen to have free time. They maintain that focus consistently, no matter the external circumstances. They keep their energy locked in on their long-term goals, refusing to let fear or doubt knock them off course. To make this work, there's something crucial you need to understand. Your energy is limited. That's why your most valuable assets are your time and your attention. You must be selective about what you allow into your mind. Learning to say no to distractions, to negative opinions, to people who don't support your growth is essential. The formula the rich follow is simple. When you achieve clear, consistent focus, your energy multiplies. And when you amplify your energy, the universe starts to mirror it back to you. Opportunities begin to appear, doors open wide, and the right people come into your life. It's all connected: your energy, your focus, your attitude toward life. When these are in harmony, money, abundance, and success naturally follow. Chapter 20. Mental discipline, the true power behind the wealthy. By now, we've talked about how energy and focus are critical to attracting abundance and money. But there's one key factor that separates those who actually build lasting wealth from those who fall short: mental discipline. Mental discipline is the bridge between the vision of wealth you hold in your mind and the real, tangible wealth that manifests in your life. Your mind, as we've said before, is an incredibly powerful tool. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy, but without mental discipline, even the sharpest mind descends into chaos, losing its power and direction. So, what does mental discipline really mean? It's not just about doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, like clocking in at work or completing a project. No, mental discipline goes deeper. It's a conscious skill that lets you control your thoughts, emotions, and actions as you pursue your goals. Think of your mind like a sword. If you don't know how to wield it, it can cut you down. But when you learn to handle it skillfully, there's no limit to what you can achieve. A mind without discipline is like a ship without a rudder. Picture a ship out on the open sea with no captain and no rudder. It would drift aimlessly, crash into rocks, or get lost. That's exactly what happens when your mind lacks discipline. Without clear, focused control, you get swept away by the currents of life, pulled by fleeting emotions and the opinions of others. But with mental discipline, you become the captain of your ship. You steer your thoughts, emotions, and actions so they always align with your goals. Mental discipline helps you avoid distractions, conquer doubt, and stay on course even when the going gets tough. Mental discipline and money. Those who attract real wealth and achieve true financial freedom don't do it by luck or chance. They do it because they've mastered control over their minds. Instead of letting negative or limiting thoughts run the show, they practice mental discipline, controlling what they think, how they feel, and most importantly, what they do. Mental discipline means thinking positively, consistently, and with laser focus, making strategic decisions free from the sway of momentary emotions. Take millionaires. For example, they don't quit at the first sign of failure. They see setbacks as lessons, and this mindset is a core part to their discipline. Beating procrastination. One of the toughest tests of mental discipline is overcoming procrastination. How many times have you had a brilliant idea or a golden opportunity to make money, only to let procrastination trap you in indecision and inaction? Successful, wealthy people don't procrastinate. They take immediate, consistent action. Why? Because they understand that time is a finite, precious resource. Mental discipline empowers them to prioritize the tasks that truly move the needle for their financial success, while shutting out distractions and turning negative thoughts into unstoppable momentum. Mental discipline also plays a vital role in transforming negative thoughts. We all face moments when doubt, fear, or anxiety flood our minds. What sets successful people apart is their ability to recognize these thoughts and instead of surrendering, they flip the script, turning those doubts into fuel to keep pushing forward. For example, if you ever feel like you're not capable of reaching your goals, challenge that thought. Remember, every great leader, entrepreneur, and millionaire has faced moments of uncertainty, and it's in those moments that mental discipline shines brightest. Instead of giving up, they focus on what they can control, and they do so with relentless energy and determination. The power of repetition and consistency. One of the most powerful secrets of mental discipline is daily repetition. Think of your mind like a muscle. It gets stronger with regular training. If you want to cultivate thoughts of abundance and prosperity, you have to train your mind to think that way every single day. Doing it once or twice won't cut it. True discipline means maintaining that steady, unwavering focus day after day. Have you heard of the law of attraction? It's the principle that what you consistently think and feel draws to you what you desire. So, commit to this mental discipline, protect your energy, sharpen your focus, and steer your mind like the captain of your ship. When you do, abundance isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Mental discipline is your secret weapon for maintaining a steady frequency of success and wealth. The more you consistently affirm your goals, take aligned actions, and reinforce your vision, the deeper this powerful energy embeds itself into your life. Resilience is another essential pillar of mental discipline. Life throws challenges at everyone, and the wealthy understand this better than most. No matter how many setbacks or obstacles you encounter, strong mental discipline ensures you always bounce back. The stronger your mental discipline, the easier it becomes to push through adversity and keep advancing toward your dreams. Chapter 21. The Power of Millionaire Habits. What you do every single day shapes your path to abundance. We've already discussed how your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy, and how mental discipline sharpens your focus and decision-making to align with your goals. Now, let's dive into one of the most powerful keys to building lasting wealth: millionaire habits. Millionaires and high achievers didn't get where they are by luck or chance. They didn't stumble into success overnight. Instead, they cultivated a set of habits that keep them laser-focused, productive, and aligned with their vision of abundance. These habits might seem small or simple, but they're the secret sauce that transforms an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Habits reflect your mindset. Everything begins with mindset, as we've seen, but a positive, focused mindset alone isn't enough. It needs to be backed by consistent, daily actions that reinforce it. That's where habits come in. Habits are the repetitive behaviors we perform almost automatically, and they shape the fabric of our daily lives. When you decide to improve your financial life, thinking big once a year won't cut it. Having a vague dream of wealth isn't enough. Real transformation happens through the accumulation of small, intentional daily choices that bring you closer to your goals. Those small steps, when added up, create a ripple effect far more powerful than you realize. So, what habits do millionaires actually practice? The habit of constant reading. Millionaires don't just read to pass time, they read with purpose. They dive into books on personal development, finance, business, and leadership. This is one of their main tools for expanding their minds. Reading isn't just a pastime, it's a way to feed their minds with ideas that spark growth and empower smart, informed decisions. Think of your mind like a garden. When you plant positive, enriching thoughts, they grow and manifest in your life. Reading is the best way to plant those seeds. If you haven't made reading a daily habit yet, now is the perfect time to start. The habit of visualization. Visualization isn't just about positive thinking, it's a daily habit of mentally picturing the future you want to create. Millionaires dedicate time every day to vividly imagine their lives after achieving abundance. If you want to become a millionaire, you must visualize it daily as if it's already your reality. This isn't idle dreaming, it's programming your mind to spot opportunities and maintain the right focus. Visualization taps into the power of your subconscious mind, which tirelessly works to attract what you consistently picture. A habit of gratitude. Gratitude might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful habits you can adopt. Millionaires recognize and appreciate what they already have. They focus on the positives around them, and this attitude generates a vibrant energy of abundance that draws even more good things into their lives. How do you practice gratitude? Each day, either when you wake up or before you go to sleep, take a moment to thank the universe for what you have, the opportunities you see, and the progress you've made. This small daily ritual shifts your perspective and opens the door for even more blessings. The habit of consistent action. Millionaires know that dreams don't come true by wishful thinking alone. Action is what turns dreams into reality. It's not about grand gestures, it's about taking small, consistent steps toward your goals every single day. Even if today you take just one small action that moves you forward, you're closer to your objective. Consistency is the game changer. Success isn't born from a sudden burst of effort, it's the result of steady, repeated actions over time. The habit of surrounding yourself with successful people. Millionaires don't try to do it all alone. They understand the power of relationships and intentionally surround themselves with people who inspire them, who share their ambition and vision. A strong network of successful individuals can open doors to opportunities, advice, and support. Ask yourself, who do you spend the most time with? If they're not helping you grow, it's time to find new influences. The habit of investing. Millionaires don't stash their money under the mattress or blow it recklessly. They invest strategically, whether in stocks, real estate, or their own businesses. Money that just sits still doesn't grow. Investing is how you make your money work for you, and millionaires have mastered the skill. The key to all of this? Repetition. Habits are built through consistent practice. Like any skill, the more you commit to these habits, the more naturally they become part of your everyday life. What truly defines your success is your dedication to personal growth and your ability to show up and repeat these actions day after day. Millionaire habits aren't some secret reserve for a lucky few, they're daily routines anyone can adopt. The real difference? Discipline and perseverance. Are you ready to start embracing these habits and take that crucial first step toward a life of abundance? Chapter 22, From Consumer to Creator. The transformation that changes everything. One of the biggest pitfalls on the road to wealth is believing that simply consuming what the world offers will make you richer. This mindset traps many people who struggle to build real wealth. They spend their lives buying products, services, and knowledge, but never truly become creators of value. The true shift to a millionaire mindset happens when you move from being a passive consumer to an active creator. It's when you stop waiting for the world to hand you something and instead become someone who produces, adds value, and creates opportunities. Consumers focus on what they lack, creators generate what others need. This is the fundamental transformation that separates successful, wealthy people from the rest. Creators don't just consume resources, ideas, or goods, they generate, contribute, and transform what's available into something new. This mindset doesn't just help you make money, it brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. Being a consumer is a passive role. You consume entertainment, food, products, and services. While that's part of life, if you only consume, you'll always depend on others to complete your life. You don't create or produce, you simply take what others have made. In contrast, being a creator puts you at the center of the action. You're the one shaping the future, building something valuable that others want. This is the shift that leads to abundance, the ability to create, actively participate in the economy, and contribute something valuable that attracts wealth. So, how do you make the leap from consumer to creator? The first step is changing your mindset. Start believing that you're capable of contributing something unique to the world. If your focus is only on consuming, you'll always be chasing what you don't have. But once you become a creator, your focus shifts completely. Instead of looking at what others have, you concentrate on what you can bring to the table. The millionaire mindset is all about creation, not scarcity. It understands that by creating something valuable, you not only improve the lives of others, but also invite abundance into your own life. Here are some powerful strategies to help you make this shift. Develop skills that add value. The market rewards skills, creativity, and innovation. What can you do that others need or want? Whether it's technical, artistic, intellectual, or commercial, your goal is to turn your talents into something others see as valuable. This enables you to create products, services, or ideas people are willing to pay for. Stop making excuses. Consumers find reasons why they can't have what they want. I don't have money, I don't have time, I'm not good enough. Creators, on the other hand, seek opportunities, solutions, and ways to overcome obstacles. Quit waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect resource. Start creating with what you have right now. Over time, you'll see opportunities begin to unfold. Start small, but take action. Many aspiring creators wait until everything is perfect before taking the first step. The truth is, starting with small actions, writing a blog, offering a local service, launching a simple product puts you in control of your life. Action is what sparks momentum. When you act, the universe responds. As the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Why is the creator always in a position of power? Because the creator controls their life. They don't wait for others to hand them something. They create themselves in their world. This is the core principle behind wealth, consistently generating something valuable that others want. Millionaires aren't victims of circumstance, they create their circumstances. This power attracts money, opportunities, and relationships. And it all starts with the mind. If you want to become a creator of abundance, understand that the process begins in your mind. Your mindset directs the course of your life. If you keep thinking like a consumer, you'll stay limited. But when you embrace the creator mindset, you realize you have the power to build something extraordinary and nothing can stop you. One of the most important habits millionaires share is this: they see themselves as creators, not consumers. This mindset fuels their confidence, drives them to be proactive, find solutions, and make things happen. They don't wait for opportunities to come knocking, they go out and create them. The difference between a millionaire and everyone else is this way of thinking. Millionaires believe they can create something valuable that others will pay for. The average consumer believes their life depends on what others give them. The shift from consumer to creator is the gateway to true abundance. It's not just about making money, it's about becoming a person who creates value and makes a positive impact on others. When you do this, wealth naturally follows. Are you ready to make that shift? Start today. Create, contribute, and watch your life transform. Chapter 23: Persistence and Resilience. The true keys to building lasting wealth. What sets wealthy people apart isn't just intelligence, initial resources, or luck, it's their relentless persistence and unshakable resilience. The journey to abundance is riddled with obstacles, setbacks, and failures, but it's how we respond to these challenges that ultimately decides if we succeed or give up. Persistence is the art of pushing forward despite hardships. It's the courage to refuse quitting when the going gets tough. It's the fuel that keeps your motivation burning bright, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back quickly from failure, learn from mistakes, and use those lessons to come back stronger. The path to wealth is rarely straight or easy. At some point, you'll face moments when it feels like everything is working against you. Your efforts might not pay off right away, or you may encounter failures that shake your confidence or make you question your dreams. These moments are inevitable, but what truly counts is how you meet them head-on. Most people who never reached success quit way too soon. The first sign of trouble, and they throw in the towel. But those with a millionaire mindset keep moving forward, even when the road gets rough and winding. Persistence isn't about blindly repeating the same actions. It's about having a crystal clear vision of what you want and being willing to do whatever it takes to get there. It also means being smart enough to pivot when something isn't working. Adaptability is key. It's not just about moving forward blindly, it's about learning from every experience and constantly improving. Millionaires don't see failure as a dead end. They see it as a stepping stone, a chance to learn and to tweak their approach. As the legendary entrepreneur Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison didn't stop after his first failure, or second, or third. Persistence is the power to keep searching for solutions no matter how many times you stumble. Resilience is what transforms adversity into opportunity. It's a core trait of successful people. Everyone faces tough times, but millionaires stand out because they recover quickly and use those setbacks to grow. Resilience isn't just about surviving difficulties, it's about using what you learn from them to move forward with greater wisdom and strength. When you develop resilience, You become someone who doesn't crumble under pressure but confronts challenges with determination and a positive mindset. Each time you fall, you rise stronger. Every unexpected setback becomes a lesson that brings you one step closer to your goal. The power of the millionaire mindset lies in seeing failure as part of the process. A critical piece of persistence and resilience is having a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe failure means they're not good enough, but those with a growth mindset see failure as a chance to improve, try new strategies, and gain fresh insights. This mindset fuels your drive to keep going when the going gets tough. Take Walt Disney, for example. He was rejected by multiple companies before finally breaking through. His story is a shining example of what it means to never give up. Despite countless naysayers calling his ideas crazy or impossible, he held tight to his vision and built one of the most successful empires in history. Persistence isn't just physical effort, it's mental grit. Often, the biggest barrier on the road to success is your own mind. Doubt, fear of failure, and lack of confidence can be more damaging than any external challenge. Everything starts in your mind. If you can't stay calm, focused, and determined when adversity hits, staying on the path to wealth will be nearly impossible. That's why one of the most powerful skills you can develop is managing your thoughts and emotions during tough times. This is where mental resilience comes in. When you face a challenge, you need to stay calm, think clearly, and act decisively without letting fear or frustration take control. Resilience is like a mental muscle. The more you confront your fears and overcome obstacles, the stronger it gets. Each time you conquer adversity, you become better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. For instance, when you encounter difficulty, it's important to let yourself feel the emotion and process it, but don't get stuck there. Resilience means recognizing that your current struggles don't define your future. You always have the power to rise, learn, and move forward. Great achievements don't happen overnight. They're the result of countless small, consistent efforts over time, backed by the ability to recover from setbacks and keep pushing forward. No matter how many times you fall, what truly matters is how many times you get back up. Chapter 24: How to Maintain Long-Term Motivation. The secret to unlocking your full potential. Motivation is the spark that lights the fire of effort, but keeping that fire burning strong over the long haul is what truly determines whether you reach your goals and build the wealth you desire. Many people start with a burst of energy and enthusiasm, but that initial momentum often fades when results don't come fast enough. The real secret to success isn't just starting strong, it's sustaining that strength day after day, month after month, year after year. Long-term motivation is never something you can take for granted. It's not enough to simply have a big dream or a brilliant idea. You need the right tools and strategies to keep that fire burning day after day, especially when the road gets rough or progress feels painfully slow. At the heart of sustained motivation is a crystal clear vision. One of the most powerful secrets to staying motivated over the long haul is having a vivid, detailed picture of exactly what you want to achieve. When your mind can clearly see your success, it forms a deep connection to that purpose. Your vision becomes an unstoppable internal engine, propelling you forward even when challenges arise. If your goal is financial freedom or living a life overflowing with abundance, make it a daily habit to visualize that reality. Imagine how it will feel when you get there, what your life will look like, how things will change for you and those you love. That emotional bond to your goal is the fuel that keeps your focus sharp and your drive strong over time. But here's the catch. Focusing only on the outcome can actually drain your motivation. Many people lose steam because they fixate on the finish line and overlook the journey. If your success is measured solely by reaching the goal, frustration sets in when progress isn't immediate. The real secret is learning to love the process. Celebrate the small wins, the daily steps forward. When you shift your focus to consistent action and the tiny victories along the way, the journey itself becomes meaningful and rewarding. Every day you push ahead, every small task you complete brings you one step closer to your dream. This mindset transforms your daily grind from a chore into a powerful act of purpose. And never underestimate the power of daily habits. Success and wealth don't come from random bursts of effort or a few big moves. The true magic lies in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. High achievers don't reach their goals overnight, they build momentum through daily habits that compound over time. So commit to your vision, embrace the process, and harness the power of daily habits. That's how you turn motivation into unstoppable momentum. Keep pushing forward, your future self will thank you. Over time, Your habits become the bedrock of your success. It's absolutely vital to develop habits that not only align with your vision of wealth but also fuel your energy and motivation. To keep your drive alive, establish routines that recharge you. For instance, dedicating time each morning to meditate, read inspiring books, or jot down your goals can set the tone for your day with clarity and determination. These seemingly small daily habits compound, building a powerful foundation for your long-term success. Resilience is key to staying motivated. As we explored in the previous chapter, resilience is the ability to push forward even when the going gets tough. Without it, motivation quickly fades at the first sign of obstacles. But when you cultivate resilience, failures don't defeat you, they become stepping stones for learning and growth. Resilience means embracing challenges and setbacks as natural parts of your journey to success. Every great entrepreneur, investor, and leader has faced doubts, failures, and struggles. What separates them is their refusal to quit. Instead, they learn from those tough moments and keep moving forward. It's this ability to adapt and overcome that sustains motivation over the long haul. Your environment holds incredible power over your motivation. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who believe in you, share your dreams, and push you forward will keep your motivation strong. Conversely, if you're surrounded by negativity, people who criticize or doubt your abilities, it becomes much harder to stay motivated. That's why cultivating a positive environment is essential. Seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge you to grow, and are willing to support your journey. Joining groups or communities aligned with your interests and goals can provide the energy and encouragement you need to keep progressing. Gratitude and celebrating your wins are equally crucial for maintaining motivation. Too often, we fixate on what we haven't yet achieved or what's still missing, forgetting to acknowledge how far we've come. Practicing gratitude shifts your perspective and fuels your motivation by reminding you of your progress. Every small step forward, every milestone reached is an achievement worth celebrating, no matter how minor it may seem. Recognizing your progress confirms you're on the right path. Gratitude keeps your mindset positive, which is essential for sustaining motivation over time. To keep your motivation alive for the long run, you need clear vision, a love for the process, positive habits, resilience in the face of setbacks, and a supportive circle. Motivation isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you must nurture and cultivate every single day. Chapter 25: The Power of the Millionaire Mindset. How your mentality defines your destiny. What separates those who achieve extraordinary success and wealth from those stuck in mediocrity, no matter how hard they work? The answer lies in mindset. The millionaire mindset isn't just a fleeting attitude or a simple concept, it's a deeply ingrained mental framework that shapes your decisions, actions, and ultimately, your results. Mindset isn't merely a product of what you know. It's the invisible engine driving everything you do, often beneath your conscious awareness. Throughout this book, we've seen how your beliefs and thoughts shape your reality. Now, in this chapter, we pull it all together to reveal the true power of the millionaire mind and how adopting it can transform your life. The abundance mindset vs. the scarcity mindset. One of the first and most important distinctions to make is between an abundance mindset and a scarcity mindset. People with a scarcity mindset believe success and wealth are limited resources. They see money as finite, which breeds competition, jealousy, and fear of sharing or helping others. This mindset is rooted in fear, the fear of losing what they have, not being enough, or not being able to earn more. In contrast, those with an abundance mindset understand that success and wealth are unlimited. They believe there's enough for everyone, and the more they give, the more they receive. This mindset is grounded in confidence and trust that opportunities to grow and prosper will always exist. They don't fear sharing because they know the universe is abundant with possibilities. One of the keys to embracing the millionaire mindset is shifting from scarcity to abundance. Abundance isn't just about material wealth, it includes love, health, ideas, and opportunities. The more you believe in abundance, the more you attract into your life. The growth mindset. The power of continuous evolution. People, those who accomplish extraordinary things, never stay stuck, they're always evolving. The growth mindset is a powerful concept that reminds us our skills and abilities aren't fixed by what we know right now. Every experience, every failure, and every success is just another stepping stone toward a higher level of knowledge and mastery. This mindset drives you to seize every opportunity to learn and improve. The millionaire mindset fully embraces this growth perspective. Millionaires don't settle for the status quo. They recognize that the world is constantly shifting, and adapting is the key to staying ahead. To cultivate a millionaire mindset, you must commit to lifelong learning and invest deeply in your personal development. Train your mind to hunt for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. People with a growth mindset don't freeze when faced with challenges. Instead, they see obstacles as chances to learn and grow. They're resilient, persistent, and firmly believe that there's nothing they can't achieve as long as they keep evolving. Taking responsibility is another cornerstone of the millionaire mindset. Millionaires own their lives completely. They don't point fingers or blame others for their circumstances. They understand that everything in their life stems from their own decisions, thoughts, and actions. Embracing personal responsibility is liberating because it puts you in the driver's seat of your destiny. When you take full ownership, you stop playing the victim and become the architect of your future. You stop waiting for things to happen and start taking deliberate, purposeful steps to create the life you want. You focus on what's within your control and act with unwavering determination. This mindset is crucial for attracting wealth because the universe responds to the energy you put out. When you take responsibility for your results, you operate from a place of power. You're no longer concerned with what others think or do. Your focus sharpens on what you can build and how you can bring your best every single day. Now, let's talk about the power of beliefs, the key to transforming your reality. Our beliefs form the foundation of our mindset. If you believe you don't deserve success or that money is something negative, your mind will act accordingly, shutting down any opportunities that come your way. But if you believe you deserve abundance and see money as a positive tool for good, your thoughts and actions will align with that belief. To develop a millionaire mindset, you need to examine and update your beliefs. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe about money? Where did those beliefs come from? Are they helping me move forward or holding me back? The more you release limiting beliefs, the more room you create for a mindset geared towards success. Finally, action is the ultimate key to manifesting wealth. The millionaire mindset isn't just about thinking, it's about doing. Thoughts without action are nothing but illusions. You must act boldly, making decisions that align with your goals and your vision of abundance. The millionaire mindset is proactive, not reactive. You take the initiative and make things happen. While mindset is the foundation, consistent action is what propels you toward your dreams. Every opportunity that comes your way, grab it, leverage it, and grow it. The millionaire mindset is a mindset of execution. You are the creator of your destiny. Wealth isn't an accident, a lucky break, or a gift. It's the direct outcome of your mindset and your actions. If you want to transform your financial situation and achieve real success, you need to adopt the millionaire mindset. This mindset empowers you to make courageous choices, learn from every experience, take full responsibility for your life, and above all, act with clarity and determination. Remember, it's not your work alone that defines your wealth, it's your mind. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Everything you need to reach your dreams of abundance is already inside you. You just have to unlock it. Your future is in your hands. When you decide to take control of your mind, becoming a millionaire isn't just a goal, it's a reality waiting to be manifested. And there it is, the hidden truth that separates millionaires from those still struggling on the path to wealth. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Everything you need to transform your financial life is already within you. Success isn't about working harder, it's about the mindset you bring to every challenge, every opportunity, and every moment. Remember, you are the creator of your destiny. By changing your thoughts, beliefs, and habits, you open the door to an abundance you never thought possible. Great achievements don't happen by chance, they're the result of a focused mind, a determined heart, and consistent action. If this message resonates with you and you're ready to make your mind your most powerful asset on the journey to wealth, hit that subscribe button and join us as we unlock your full potential. Head over to the channel now and drop a comment. I am ready to think big. Join this powerful community of driven individuals just like you who are committed to transforming their lives. I challenge you to take what you learned today and put it into action. Real wealth starts in your mind, and the thoughts and beliefs you hold about yourself will shape the results you create. Until the next video, remember, your millionaire mindset is ready to be awakened. Harness it. Make it work for you.